In the last episode, we explored why understanding our relationship with technology is so important. And step by step, we will go deeper into this. One key reason, as I mentioned before, is something philosophers call relational ontology. Don't worry about the big words. What it means is simple. Who we are, our identity, our self, is shaped by our relationships, not only with other humans, but also with the world around us, including technology. In other words, our nature is not fixed. We are not one thing forever. We are always in the process of becoming, constantly shaped by our connections, by our relationships with others and with technologies. Now, as we said, there are endless ways humans relate to technology, but the philosopher Don Ide showed that these can actually be grouped into 4 main types. Last time, we talked about the first one, embodiment relations. This is when technology becomes part of our body. Think of eyeglasses. When you wear them, you don't notice the glasses. You see the world through them. Or think of our smartphones. When we are scrolling through Instagram or TikTok, we don't focus on the phone itself. We are absorbed in the digital world behind it. So, in all these cases, technology is not just a tool. It becomes part of our body, part of how we perceive and experience the world. But embodiment is only the first type. Let's move to the second. The second type is what Don Ide calls hermeneutic relations. Now, the word hermeneutic might sound complicated, but it simply means interpretation. Usually when we think of interpretation, we imagine a sacred text, a novel, or a poem. But Ide showed that some technologies also require interpretation. Here is what that means. Some technologies don't extend our bodies like eyeglasses. Instead, they represent reality to us. They give us information about the world, but we must make sense of that information. Take a thermometer. When you step outside, your body can feel whether it's warm or cold. That's direct. But when you look at a thermometer, the experience is different. It doesn't show you the air. It shows you a number, and you have to interpret that number. For example, 22 degrees Celsius. Or consider medical technologies like a CT scan or an MRI. These don't show us our bodies directly. Instead, they produce an image of the brain or an organ. But this isn't reality as we feel it. It's a translation of reality into shapes, shadows, or colors on a screen. And those images don't speak for themselves. They have to be interpreted, often by a doctor who knows how to decode what the machine is showing. So, hermeneutic relationships remind us technology is not just a window, it's a translator. It stands between us and the world, shaping how we understand reality. And this is important because once we realize that, we see that technologies don't just inform us, they guide us, they influence us, and yes, sometimes they even mislead us. They become active partners in how we interpret the world. But here's the bigger question. In the age of artificial intelligence, when more and more of our tasks are handed over to machines? What happens to interpretation? What happens when it's no longer a human doctor reading a scan or a human analyst detecting patterns, but an AI system making those calls? This question is crucial because for centuries, interpretation has been considered a uniquely human ability. Reading signs, making meaning, connecting the dots, that was our domain. But if machines are now interpreting for us, what does that mean for our role in the process of knowing? These are questions we will return to. But for now, remember this. Every time we use technology, we are not just picking up a neutral tool. We are entering a relationship. And that relationship doesn't just shape what we see or what we know. It shapes who we are and who we are becoming. I am Ehsan Erzurumçiler, a researcher of technology, and I invite you to join me in exploring how technology transforms our sense of what it means to be human.